my original.
132?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a bit more, it's not exactly depressing. I don't want to say depressing, but it's...
likely to move me out of my great mood.
No, you know what? Maybe it's actually a good time to ask that one. So 132. What was your initial reaction when you found out you have cancer? Now, I know what the initial reaction was to me. You asked me when you can get weed. That was the first thing you told me. When you were in the hospital and you were told you have cancer, you asked me, can I have weed now?
Yes.
So
that was, of course, one of the main criteria, that this would be a very good time for me to finally be allowed to have weed.
Right.
Of course, initially I knew they were wrong and they'd made a terrible mistake. And of course, this was not my blood test they were looking at, but somebody else's. And typical muck-up of the hospitals. Obviously. And of course, it wasn't me. And he probably didn't say oncology anyway, probably said something else and I misheard. And so the initial thing is total disbelief. Absolutely, this is not me we're talking about. There's no way that I could be a cancer person. I'm not sick. And it's all a terrible mistake that in the morning they'll all say, sorry, those weren't your blood tests. That was the initial thing. Then...
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, then it was like... Maybe I'll just look up oncology again. Maybe it's not cancer ward. Maybe, it's something else. Because it's really unlikely that this is me. and then it was, well, of course, I'll survive this. Piece of cake, What do
Well, you still think that, don't you? Or you don't?
Well... I've seen the people in the hospital now, so I realize that it can go either way very, very quickly.
I can just tell you that this is amazing, and it's true. Now, you have a pretty bad one, but Dror actually told me that he met someone with your type in your stage, and he did break the statistic. He did survive the 5 years line.
Oh, wow. But you see, all in all...
But you think you can be one of those?
Well, no, all in all, the problem wasn't really that, because all in all, I had anyway decided that I'd had a wonderful life, and I was quite happy to. But then, of course, I didn't know Jenica was pregnant, and that mucked everything up. So now...
You ruined your plans of dying.
Yeah. So now I'm sort of thinking, okay, I have to get better, because finally I get to have this baby to play with, and they're going to want me, they're going to need me around. I'm going to be a useful addition to the family. And so now I'm really sort of hoping that I can at least keep it under control.
So did it come to mind when you were in the hospital already? Did it enter your mind in any point, the fact that she's pregnant, or you were still in this different mode of thinking, like, I mean, at some point you must have realized, okay, it's for real. Now, at that point, you already know you have. So what was your reaction once you
Well,
knew?
I'm Superwoman. Right. So, you see, I will just decide that I'm going to survive this. Mm-hmm. So I do these meditations where I'm the leader of the army of the white cells. And I take them out to battle, and we battle against those little cancer cells, and usually we come back really victorious. And as we return, the army returns, everybody's clapping and everything, and we fight again the next day. So I visualize the fight against cancer as, the guys who have the little white caps and everything running around inside. And I have told them to be more aggressive in battle, that it's okay, Because till now, I didn't want an aggressive body, you know. But now I've told them it's okay to be aggressive and to look under the rocks and everything, because sometimes those little cancer cells can be hiding somewhere you're not expecting.
Yeah.
Turn everything over, find them. And so I'm going to try that as well. I think that I saw people in hospital succumbing. I could tell when they did that.
Succumbing as in accepting, or succumbing
willing
as in
to go
giving
under.
up?
Willing to go under. I saw them give up.
It's two different things. Accepting the fact.
Saw them giving up the fight. I saw them giving up the fight. I saw here and there people giving up the fight. I just could see it. I knew it. I could see the strong ones. I knew who the strong ones were.
What do you think? Like, you know, it's actually pretty interesting that in Philip K. Dick's book, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? Right, that's the book that they later turned into Blade Runner. One of the things that he says there about the difference between humans and androids is that when you come and you know, threaten the life of a human being or going to kill him, he will do everything to the very last moment, even if he knows that there is absolutely no chance. He will fight for the very last moment. On the other hand, an android will accept it and just give up and you know, and be willing to die.
I think there are some human beings whose life is not easy for them and they give up.
But life is not easy for anyone.
But not everybody is strong.
Are you strong?
I'm very strong. I'm very strong.
That.
Yes, but I'm very strong, and luckily I don't have anything detrimental in the house. So I can wake up and I can just put very good vibes all over the house. And then I have very good vibes all over the house. But people who wake up and they have someone in the house who makes their life difficult, they could go under.
I can make your life difficult at times.
No, you don't. You don't. I think you should turn this off, but I will say it because you know it. You have been my joy from the first day you were born till today. I don't think there was ever a moment. There were moments that I was not very good and everything, but it was never...
you forgot my birthday.
There were moments when I was not the best mum, but there was never a moment that you were not the best kid.
Really?
Yes. Really.
I appreciate that. So it's
And then on top of everything, you've saved my life. You literally, I know you saved my life.
Oh, no, we're not done yet.
No, but I know you pressure a bit too much to save my life sometimes. But the thing is that I could have died I was very near death when we went to Adirka.
Yeah.
And you probably saved my life then and there that day by taking me to him. Amongst all the things that you've ever done to make me happy, you then went and saved my life.
Well, I want you around. I'm actually doing it for me, not
which is
for
quite
you.
amazing. You know, I'm thinking to myself, it's enough already. You know, I've been on top of his head for nearly 40 years. So I just, you were my great present from the universe. When you were in my stomach, I knew exactly. I mean, I knitted a little thing for you that was the exact size when you were born. I just knew what you'd be like. It was that strong a relationship from...
Well, you know what, if we're going into that, there's actually a question there. What is it like being pregnant?
I loved every minute of it. I loved every second of it. Of your pregnancy. I loved it.